So tomorrow I have my first hearing. It's not the first hearing on my case, but it's the first hearing that I'm going to. And I'm going to this hearing because it is on my lawyer's motion to withdraw from my case. I haven't been given any information about it beyond the phone number and the conference code to call into and the time. Absolutely no guidance beyond that. I have done extensive research and I have found that this is how I think it's going to go based off of what I've found. I think that I'm going to be calling in and there are going to be other people and other cases that are there and that are also scheduled at my time of 9:30. I say this because I looked at the judge's schedule, and the judge's schedule shows me and two other cases having an appointment with them, the judge, tomorrow at my allotted time. So this is open to the public, and I'm assuming that these other two groups will be there waiting for their turn to go and listening in. Terrifying. Would love some comfort on that. Would love to know. Would have been completely fucking wrecked if I found out day of. I wasn't given any information on a need to attend this or advised to attend or anything, but I'm glad that I wanted to because it caused me to research, and my research caused me to realize that I'm probably, definitely, again, I don't know, going to be given an opportunity to argue my point tomorrow because I have contested or opposed the motion to withdraw. I've argued she shouldn't be able to void our agreement. Would have been really bad to not know that and to not go if that is what happens. Would have been really bad and would have been really unfair. So, what am I going to be asked to say? My lawyer has given two reasons for why she should be allowed to withdraw. Her reasons are that there are irreconcilable differences between us and that it will not cause me material harm. Material adverse effect. I have tried very hard to find out what material adverse effect means in regards to Rule 1.6 of the Model Rules of Professional Conduct. But I have not been able to get a concrete answer on that, and I have a lawyer technically still, but I don't feel like I can speak to her. But my research shows, sorry, I'm having these thoughts in my head of like somebody watching this would probably think that I'm like really mad right now and really, and I'm not, I'm fucking crushed. And trying to keep it together as a test run for tomorrow. The toll that this is going to take on me once I get through this. Okay. My research has led me to believe that material adverse effect would mean something along the lines of like if it would cause me to completely drop my claims, if it would cause me to need to hire another lawyer and put me in a really bad position with that lawyer. Like if I needed to hire a new lawyer and pay some insane deposit and like hourly, where I had a contingency with my original lawyer, adverse effect that can be argued. So, obviously, those two examples that I listed are realities that I'm facing and are believed to be materially adverse effects if I'm understanding things correctly. And so if I'm experiencing them and she's arguing that there will be none of them, so that's my argument back. That has been my argument back. I have already written a formal opposition to her motion and submitted it. But I believe that I will be asked to further support my claims and verbally argue if the judge has questions tomorrow when I go. So again, if I wasn't there, wouldn't be able to do that. If I was put on the spot and didn't know that I was going to be needing to do that, wouldn't be able to do that. And it takes so much for me to say that I wouldn't be able to do that, because throughout this whole process, I have been overlooking my true limitations and expecting myself to be able to do things that I reasonably know I shouldn't be able to do because of my disabilities. And I've been internalizing it, and it's been not good. And I've been pushing myself too far, and it's been affecting me. God, I'm like caught between wanting to like cry and process and wanting to like use this as a test run, and like I need to be able to make that decision. In the moment, Summer, you're always feeling that. And so this is a moment where you can process, and it is appropriate to process. In my attempt to get other lawyers, I've been constantly banging my head against the wall that is impairments in communication that come with the autism diagnosis that I have. And I've been like actively forcing myself and being mean to myself and being terrible to myself when I'm not able to force myself to overcome my disability. And like, that's super fucked. That's super fucked for other people to do, and it's even more fucked for me to do to myself. And I'm going to try to get back onto the topic that I was on. If I didn't prepare and research this and find out about this, I would not have been able to represent myself and do any of the things that I'm trying to do and to prepare myself to do for tomorrow. But I wouldn't have been able to do them because of my disabilities. And like, it's so, again, fucked that somebody with a developmental disorder, somebody with a stress-related disorder, someone with mental health issues, in general is being set up like this. And I don't mean set up like intentionally set up, but like this is just the legal system, and this is just like how it works. And apparently it's not uncommon for a lawyer to withdraw at this point and to misrepresent things. But to do it to a person, a class, a minority group that is actively impaired from the possibility of catching on and of doing something about it and of protecting ourselves. In my email back to my lawyer, there were a lot of things said, but the first thing I said was the finality of your email, her email telling me she's withdrawing, comes as a surprise, but I accept your decision. And that's just that can be used to say that I accepted. I don't know if she's gonna, but she could. And in my response to the motion, in my opposition response, I said that there were irreconcilable differences by my lawyer. But if there are irreconcilable differences, then that's a reason to withdraw. And I said it in writing. It took me entire days, more than one day, to write both of those things. And I tried so hard, and I worked with my husband and I worked with my therapist just to communicate, just to work past my overwhelm and communicate effectively and fairly. And I might have like completely signed off on this being done to me just because of a use of a couple words. And that's like that's the setup. The setup that I mean is that it takes so much to communicate and to overcome. And I can be, you know, screwed over by one sentence that doesn't mean necessarily that, you know? And there's things about my autism and my PTSD that help me. My like ability to like dig in and learn the law and like find and my drive to keep going and to push and to persevere. But there's also like big things that like really fucking limit. Like they just and I just know because I seem competent. it's not gonna be seen tomorrow, and I'm because I'm not gonna be given the time. I've put so much work into it today. I started at 8, so about 5 hours now. And that's just today, and I've worked on stuff before, hours on other days. But just today, I just kind of did like scripting and like writing like resources to be able to communicate in real time and to like keep up if I'm overwhelmed, and like have scripted words so that I don't fuck myself over. Um, but I still just feel like I'm gonna be overwhelmed and lost and scared and go nonverbal and emotional flashback and just, switch. Really show my disabilities, the things that debilitate me. But it's not going to be visible because it's just going to be over the phone, and I'm just going to be quiet, and so I'm worried about this thing tomorrow. And this was supposed to be an update and like, like full info update. But obviously I needed to process some stuff. So thanks for listening. I'm gonna go because I need to get off camera because I'm gonna start like judging myself and stuff. But if I lost any trains of thought, I'm sorry. Get overwhelmed.